Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, we will discuss fractions introduction. What is a fraction? A fraction is a numerical quantity that is not a whole number. So pag meron kang quantity na hindi buo or butal, meron ka ng fraction. Hindi man kayo aware, pero napaka-familiar nito sa ating day-to-day lives. So discuss natin. Let's consider the following fraction. So paano ba yung basahin? We have many ways to read it. Pwedeng 1/3, 1/3, pwede rin na 1 part out of 3 parts. Ang idea kasi ng fraction, meron kang isang buo, tapos hahatiin mo siya into equal parts. I-divide mo siya into equal parts. Tapos kukuha ka ng part lang doon. Yung number sa baba, ayan yung tinatawag nating denominator. Denominator gives us kung ilan yung number ng equal parts na kung saan divide natin yung isang buo. Okay? So kung may isang buo ka, hinati mo yan sa 3, ang denominator mo ay 3. And then yung number sa taas, ayan yung tinatawag nating numerator. Numerator, ayan yung number of parts na kung saan kinoconsider natin. So halimbawa, meron kang isang buo, hinati mo siya sa 3. Yung 3, ayun yung denominator mo, 3. Tapos kumuha ka ng isa doon, ayun na yung quantity tinutukoy mo, 1 out of 3. 1 part out of 3. Maliwanag? So halimbawa niyan, assume nyo na isa yung pizza. Okay? Tapos napag-isipan mong hatiin siya into 3 equal slices. So ayan, meron ka ng 3 equal slices, tapos assume natin na kakainin mo yung isang slice. So let's say, ayan yung isang slice na kinain mo. Ang fraction niyan ay 1 part out of 3 parts. Hence, ayan yung fraction na 1/3. Ganun siya. Ganun ang idea ng fraction. Ngayon, para mas maunawaan natin yung fraction, mag-solve tayo ng ilang example problems. Number 1, you are hanging out with your 3 friends and all of you have decided to order a pizza. The pizza was divided into 4 equal slices kasi nga 4 kayo. Ikaw at 3 kaibigan mo. And each of you will get a slice. Part A. What fraction represents the amount of pizza you eat? So i-visualize natin to. Mag-draw tayo ng isang sample pizza. So kunyari, ayan yung pizza natin. Consider natin yan na 1 whole unit. Isang buo yan. At dahil 4 kayo, paghahati-hatian nyo yan into 4 equal slices. Tapos yung isang slice dyan, sa'yo yan. Kasi tigi-isa kayo. Bale, sa'yo tong 1 part out of 4 equal parts. So anong fraction yan? Ang fraction yan ay 1 part out of 4 parts. So 1/4. Okay? And then part B, what fraction represents the amount of pizza the rest of your friends eat? So yung kulay dilaw dyan, sa'yo yan. Pero yung the rest, 3 slices, hindi na sa'yo yon. Sa mga kaibigan mo na yon. And ang fraction nun ay 3 parts yon. Ito, saka ito. 3 parts out of 4. So 3/4. Next problem. Next problem. What fraction is shown in the diagram below? Meron ulit tayong circular whole unit divided into 6 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Tapos ang shaded natin ay 5 parts, as you can see. So that is 5 parts out of 6 parts. So ang fraction equivalent niyan ay 5/6. Next, What fraction is represented in the diagram? Meron ulit tayong circular whole unit, tapos divided yan into 8 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Tapos shaded dyan yung 3 parts or 3 slices out of 8 slices. So it means ang equivalent fraction nito ay 3/8. Number 4, what fraction is represented in the diagram below? This time, meron naman tayong rectangle divided into 4 equal parts or 4 equal stripes. Ang shaded, meron tayong 1, 2, and 3 stripes na shaded out of 4 equal stripes. Therefore, ang equivalent fraction nito ay 3/4. Next, pag-usapan natin yung simplest form or lowest term of a fraction. A fraction is in its simplest form when the greatest common factor or GCF of the numerator and the denominator is 1. Okay, para mas malinawan tayo, mag-set tayo ng example. Let's consider the following diagram below. Meron tayong isang circular whole unit divided into 2 equal parts. Tapos nakashade yung isang slice. So 1 slice is shaded out of 2 slices or 1 part out of 2 parts. So ang equivalent fraction form nito ay 1/2, 1/2. Hindi pa? And now, let's consider another circular whole unit. But this time, divided siya into 8 equal slices. Tapos, shaded dito yung 4 na slices. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 slices out of 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. So, ang fraction equivalent nito ay 4/8. Ngayon, tatanungin ko kayo. Tignan nyo yung dalawang diagram na yan. Tingin nyo ba equivalent sila? The answer is yes. Pareho silang kalahati kung titignan. But, bakit ganun? Yung isa 1/2, yung isa 4/8. Okay, ganito kasi yan. Itong 1/2, naka-simplest form yan or naka-lowest term yan. While yung 4/8, hindi yan naka-simplest form. Now the question is, paano mo makukuha yung simplest form or lowest term ng isang fraction? Well, kailangan mong i-divide both numerator and denominator sa kanilang greatest common factor. So try natin kunin ang greatest common factor ng 4 at ng 8. At this point, dapat alam nyo na yan, pero papakita ko na rin. So ang factors ng 4 ay 1, 2, 4. While ang factors ng 8 ay 1, 2, 4, 8. That's it. And we can see na ang ating greatest common factor dito ay 4. So if we divide both numerator and denominator by 4, anong result niyan? Sa taas, 4 divided by 4 is 1. While sa baba, 8 divided by 4 is 2. So nauwi rin siya kay 1/2, kagaya dito. Kasi itong 1/2, yung 1 at 2, pag kinuha mo yung greatest common factor niyan, ang makukuha mo dyan ay 1. So kapag ang GCF ng numerator at denominator ay 1, naka-simplest form na yon. Okay? Basta ang bottom line, yung 1/2 at 4/8, equal lang yan sila. Naka-lowest term lang yung isa, yung 1/2. Another example, this time meron naman tayong tape diagram. So meron tayong rectangle divided into 3 equal tapes or stripes. And shaded dito yung isang stripe. So 1 part out of 3 parts. So it's very clear na ang fraction equivalent nito ay 1/3. Pero what if meron tayong another diagram na equivalent naman. One whole unit din siya, but this time, divided siya into 6 equal parts, not 3. And ang shaded dito ay 2 parts or 2 slices out of 6 slices. So 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this fraction is 2 over 6. Hindi ba? Ngayon, tignan nyo sila ulit. Hindi ba sila mukhang equivalent? Mukhang equivalent sila. Kasi parang anong nangyari, nagdagdag lang tayo ng additional division like this. See? Pero same amount pa rin siya. Hindi ba? Ngayon, magkaiba sila ng itsura. 1 over 3, yung isa naman 2 over 6. Well, ibig sabihin yung isa dyan ay simplest form, yung 1/3. While yung 2 over 6, hindi yan simplest form. Ngayon, para makuha yung simplest form, kukunin natin yung greatest common factor ng 2 at 6. So, ang factors ng 2 ay 1 and 2. Tapos, ang factors ng 6 ay 1, 2, 3, and 6. And kita naman natin na ang greatest common factor ay 2. So, if we divide both numerator and denominator by 2, we should get the same amount, 1 over 3. Okay, ngayon mag-solve tayo ng ilang sample exercises about simplest form. Problem number 5. Reduce natin sa simplest form yung fraction na 6 over 9. Alam nyo na yung ideology, kukunin yung greatest common factor ng numerator saka denominator. So ano ang factors ng 6? 1, 2, 3, and 6. While yung 9, ano ang factors ng 9? 1, 3, 9. And very clear, ang ating greatest common factor ay 3. So divide natin parehong numerator and denominator by 3. So this is equal to 6 divided by 3 is 2, while 9 divided by 3 is 3. So the lowest term is 2/3. Next, number 6. Halimbawa, reduce natin yung fraction na 12 over 15. So kunin natin yung GCF ng 12 and 15. Ano ang factors ng 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. While yung 15 naman, ano ang mga factors niyan? 1, 3, 5, and 15. It means ang greatest common factor ng 12 at 15 ay 3. So we will divide both numerator and denominator by 3. And ang ating lowest term ay 4 over 5. Next, number 7. Kunin natin yung lowest term ng 20 over 35. So kunin natin yung greatest common factor ng 20 at 35. So the factors of 20 are 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20. While yung 35, anong mga factors niyan? 1, 5, 7, and then 35. And we can see na ang ating greatest common factor ay 5. So divide natin both numerator and denominator by 5. Ang ating simplest form ay 20 divided by 5 is 4, while 35 divided by 5 is 7. 4 over 7. How about this one, number 8? Paano kung malalaki yung values ng numerator and denominator? Halimbawa, 32 over 80. Okay, same concept applies. Kukunin mo pa rin yung greatest common factor nila, kaya lang mapapansin ninyo, ang laking values niyan, 32 saka 80. So medyo mahaba yung process ng pagkuha ng GCF dyan. Ngayon, pwede kayo mag-save ng time. May isa pa tayong process na pwede rito. Alam nyo kung ano? Pwede nyong utay-utayin yan, paunti-unti. So kahit hindi nyo kunin yung greatest common factor, pero i-divide nyo siya sa smallest prime number possible. So ano nga ba yung mga smallest prime numbers? Di ba yung 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. So mag-i-start kayo sa 2, 3, and then 5. Kung pwede lang naman. Uutay-utayin ninyo. Okay? By the way, hindi kasama ang 1 ha. Ang 1 ay hindi prime at hindi rin composite. So let's say, divide natin kay 2. Wala nang GCF dito. Divide natin kay 2. Possible ba yan? Yes, kita naman natin even number naman to. Saka to, even number. So possible yan. 32 divided by 2 is 16 sa may taas. Tapos yung sa baba, 80 divided by 2, kalahati ng 80, 40, 40. Ngayon, tuloy pa tayo. Pwede pa yun ma-divide by 2. Pwede pa rin yan. Pag dinivide yan by 2, anong result? Sa taas, 16 divided by 2 is 8. Sa baba, 40 divided by 2 is 20. Ngayon, pwede pa rin yan. Divide pa rin tayo ng 2. Uutay-utayin natin. Bale, ito ay magiging 4 over 20 divided by 2 is 10. So yung 4 over 10, pwede pa rin yan. Divide natin by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, while 10 divided by 2 is 5. Ngayon, anong masasabi nyo? Parehong prime numbers na yan. Okay? Pag kinuha yung GCF niyan, ang GCF niyan ay 1. So, simplest form na to. So, ito yung sagot. Try pa natin, halimbawa number 9. Let's say meron tayong 18 divided by 42. Okay, so paano naman yan? Pwede ba siya ma-divide by 2? Pwede. Actually, pwede rin siya sa 3. So, ikaw nang pahala. Pero let's say 2. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. Yung sa may taas, 18 divided by 2, that's 9. Tapos yung sa baba naman, 42 divided by 2, that is 21. Ngayon, okay na ba yan? Simplest form na ba yan? Hindi pa. Pag dinivide natin to by 3, pati yung sa baba by 3, magkakaroon tayo ng 3 over 7. And both 3 and 7 are prime numbers. So, ang GCF niyan ay 1. So, it means ito na yung lowest term.